Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist, thank you for joining me. Just prayers to those who are going through a breakup, those who have had their heart broken. Just pray that your mind is healing and that your life is improving and that you understand the situation that you're going through. You go through the processes, you go through the ruminating mind, you ask 1,000 questions, thousands of questions. How did that slip away from us? How did that slip away from me? Where did I go wrong? And as you can see, the footage of smog and pollution and smoke and all the stuff that spoils our lives. If I can convince anybody right now who's smoking to stop inhaling the poison toxins and give yourself back your life. Come back. Come back to your life. Come back to valuing yourself. Things might work out differently for you. I used to be a slaughterman when I was 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. And I can remember there was a job called the lungs, liver, spleen, kidneys. But there was a pet food room, and the lungs that weren't good would be sent down into the pet food section to be used for pet food, along with the livers that were no good and the kidneys. And I used to wonder, how come some lungs are good and others are bad? How come some cattle or sheep have cancer and some don't? How come some have got pleurisy and haven't? And there's an element of chance. There's an element of bad luck. There's an element of the way in which you're born. And there's an element of where you put yourself in life. A lot of the sheep and cattle that were near highways had a lot of respiratory system problems. And if you think about it, how harmful smoking is to you, don't convince yourself that you're going to live longer than you should. Science has proven that it's going to take you out. The numbers are there. Don't delude yourself into thinking you can work against the numbers. And come back, one smoke at a time. One day I used to love it when my partners would say, I'm cutting back on smoking. I would really be proud of them and would give me a sense that this person wants to live and I want to help them live. But ultimately it's up to them, and many of them never did. 2 are dead now. My mother died from smoking. My children's granddad's father died from smoking. My stepfather died from smoking. I've had several friends younger than me die from smoking. And I want to encourage you to breathe the fresh air and not the smoke. Chew gum. Put patches on. Micro incrementally, one step at a time. Help yourself and feel the reward. Look for the dopamine reward that your body will give you when you look back and you go, oh shit, I only had 7 smokes today. Look back and allow yourself to feel the sense of reward. That's what you're entitled to. That's what God has given us, the sense of reward for looking after ourselves. It's not selfish. It's motivating and inspiring for us to get self-worth, our self-worth back. Come back to yourself. Come back to yourself. Come back. The Bible says in Isaiah, let the wicked forsake his way or their way, the unrighteous person, their thoughts, and let them return to the Lord and to our God, and He will abundantly pardon you. Just one breath at a time, one fresh breath at a time. You're worth it. Really, you are worth it. You can turn your life around starting today. Really, please. I don't want to see anybody else die from smoking and anybody else lose their mind from alcohol and drugs. All the cognitive problems and mind problems and bodily problems that it causes. Turn your life around today. Please, turn your life around. You're worth it. You're really worth it. Let the wicked forsake his way, the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let them return to the Lord and to our God, and He will abundantly pardon you. Abundantly pardon you. This is Reverend Dr. J.W. Morrison, theologist. I pray right now that this message penetrates the mind of somebody who really wants to care about themselves. When you make a difference for yourself, you make a difference for somebody else. God bless you. Bye for now.